Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing? Oh my God, I'm sorry, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? How is everyone? Hope everyone's chillaxing, relaxing. Um, just getting these vibes off, any negative vibes that anyone's holding. But yeah, I just wanted to come on today and talk about spirituality in relationships and identity. I definitely want to talk about this now, mainly because it's huge. It's prominent to everybody right now. It's the forefront of a lot of people's issues, and it's the first step, in my opinion, to a lot of awakening and a lot of realization of truth and value. So, what the topic is basically going to be is just, it's going to be my advice, my perspective, and what to be aware of in relationships with, my bad, where's my water? What to be aware of in relationships with one who is spiritual, whether it be you or the other person, or both of you at the same time, Oh, jeez. We cannot have this going on. Sorry, guys. Alright, so what do I mean by that? So the way my awakening happened was through a relationship, was through this really low point in my life where I asked the question, like, who am I? Like, what am I good for? What is actually, like, what's my purpose on being here if nothing's working out? And my awakening happened through shrooms. Yes, it did. The second time I did them put me through, like, I've never felt so comfortable in my skin and so true to myself, and realizing, like, I'm here for something much bigger, and I'm here for, a good reason. And it was the beginning doorway of where I'm at now and why I'm doing all this, because it empowered me so much to love myself and to seek out what was true for my soul being. And you know what? Maybe not everyone can relate to, like, some big world change, but I believe that everyone has its part in it. Whether you just want to be the person that has your own business, you want to be a healer, you want to be a teacher, you want to be an entertainer, and an influencer. Like, we need to transition what modern times is now into the love and light and the purity of it, of the self-love. Because the problem that we're having right now is focusing on external relationships instead of yourself. And basically, like, right now, a lot of us are having the awakening of, like, what does make me happy? What does it mean to be me? What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to live? And a lot of people are in relationships that they're, looking at now, like, strangers are looking at, like, wow, like, I'm not happy, like, I'm not, like, I just want to explore more without hurting the other person. But you feel so guilty and so shameful about it, because you're seeing a bigger picture, you're seeing, life, and the other person may not be there with you. And it's heartbreaking because you don't want to feel guilty for wanting to do you, and for wanting to actually, like, really know that this is something you need to express on. And that was my biggest realization in relationships these days, is that we don't ask the questions. A lot of us are just robots. We're just, like, muscle memory to everything, and whatever goes with the flow, but not in the good way. As in, let me ask you this question. Have you seen a relationship in your life that you deem perfect, that you deem a role model, like, to you, that you want to achieve? Did y'all think of one? No? Yes? Alright, well, if you did, I'd say that's great. If you didn't, yeah, exactly. So, like, if we have not seen a good relationship or a role model of a relationship that we deemed successful, that we deemed loving, that we deemed something we can relate to and we want without changing any part of it, why are you in a relationship? Why are you seeking out that somebody else is going to fix that? Someone else is going to carry your luggage, your baggage, you think someone else is going to fix you. And honey, baby, bro, no one is responsible for your happiness and your well-being. No one. No one except you. You are responsible. No one can make you do anything. You have the choice always. And take that as you want, but that is the core truth. A lot of us are in situations that we feel so stuck in, but you have this connection. If you realize that there is something much bigger than you, and that if you let the universe, if you trust in the universe and follow by your heart and not do the norm and do what calls to you, that abundance, love, trust, wealth, success, it all follows. And I can honestly, at this point in my life, I don't feel like I'm doing any of this for me. I'm not here. I don't want a big house. I don't want a lot of money. I don't want, honestly, we don't want a car, but, I don't really feel like I'm living this life for me more than like I'm here to serve for a bigger purpose for everyone. But it feels like me. It feels like the stuff that makes me happy, or the stuff that, is different about me, and it feels good. That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm fulfilling parts of my life and building things that I want to really take place in the future. As in, really, really, truly asking and understanding, who are we? Why are we? And is there something bigger? Because there is. But really, like, wanting to connect with that. Because I was at a point where, none of this shit mattered to me. Any of these words were triggers to me. Like, I'm going to do an episode on, like, religion and God being triggering for me. And why it was. But now I just use those words very lovingly. And because I have a very broad perspective and a very strong perspective of what God, the divine source of the universe council, the Mother Gaia, I understand these energies and would love to, even that's who I'm here to serve, and to also serve to everybody in the community, as as in all of humanity, to wake you guys up to realizing the power, the God, the goddess, the king and the queen that you are. You need to embody both divine feminine and masculine aspects. We all are one. And it's such a beautiful and powerful thing once you understand and embody these lessons, these understandings, these downloads. So, with me going back to why the problem about us focusing on external relationships is that, right now in this time with Ascension and New World and New Leading and just new everything, Aquarius age coming through, we are at a time where we are valuing self-purpose and self-fulfillment and love and change above all, above marriage, above relationships, above money, above power. Because another reason why we should not be focusing on external relationships in this moment is because we have this problem of a constant projection, and a lot of us don't even know, but you are constantly projecting if you're not in control of your thoughts, if you're not consciously aware of what you're thinking and saying and doing at all times. And it's not it's not yourself to be so, you can't be so harsh on yourself about it, because it's just the way you were programmed. It's the way you were taught. It's the way you were you just learned to do. It's like it's engraved in your body. Traumas, memories, muscle memory. It's all in there. But we have to be at a point where we have to be responsible and be like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. So let me fix it. Let me look into it. Let me see how I can go about this. Because we are constantly projecting things about ourselves onto other people. And how are we supposed to expect some kind of support and respect and peace if you're constantly even projecting, things to even the horrible people? Like, there's just, like, we're not the judgment here. Like, we're we are gods in our own universes, but we are not here to judge others at all. We're here to uplift and make sure that they see the light. And with compassion and love, like, there is a time and a meaning for everything. But if you understand trying to not overtake or empower someone else and the importance of it, we wouldn't go through these extremes. The lack of self-love. So let me ask you guys this. You guys are feeling lonely? Do you want a cuddle buddy? You want someone to, like, you know, share memories with, all this good stuff? You need to receive that from yourself first, because you're feeling like you are lacking it, and you are not. You are not lacking love. You are not lacking respect. You are not lacking just the fulfillment of the intimacy. You have to understand and be comfortable within your body that you know you possess all that already, and you will attract all of that. You will attract what you already are. If you are already loved, if you are already really intimate with yourself, if you are already ready for a new change, you're going to attract all of that. But you cannot go out seeking it from others and expect them to be that change for you. Because let me tell you something. No one is responsible for your happiness. And you are not responsible for theirs. And you have to engrave that into your head, into your mind, and tell you that constantly, and feel it with your heart, because it's not a bad, harsh thing to say. You are not responsible for anybody else's happiness in this world, except yours. Do you know how much suffering that causes to a person? And this is something that took me a long time to realize in my relationship, but, you know, he would constantly tell me that it was a lot of pressure the way I wanted him to love me, or the way I expected him, or the way I saw him. And I always saw him very, very high, at very, like a great, just like this godly king of a man. And I didn't realize how much pressure that is on someone, and to expect some godly love from another person is ignorant, and that was my fault. In expecting that some other person can give me a love that I couldn't even give myself, and I didn't even realize that yet. Like, I wasn't loving myself at all, and how was I gonna understand or receive all this love if I don't even know who he was loving, if I wasn't even comfortable loving that person? Like, so in your relationships right now, even if it's family, relationships are not just intimate, romantic. It is with your dog. It is with your teacher. It is with your siblings. It is especially with yourself and with the higher source. And how are those relationships? Like, really sit down and look at, who are you giving your energy and your time to? Who is giving that same thing back to you, and you are okay with it? Like, sit down and just write that down. Talk to a friend about it. DM me about it. But who is your focus on? Who's your energy going to? For what reason? Do you expect anything different? Do you expect a change? Do you already know that there's going to be a change? And if you do, like, why are you still there? Or if you have hope, then keep on going. I support it full on. Something else we have to really understand and, think about is that we have so much unsolved healing, and others are not responsible for that. We have so much unsolved traumas and things about us that we're not okay with, that we haven't loved and fulfilled ourselves yet. So why are we putting ourselves, guys, really ask yourself this. Like, if you are not 100% with yourself, yes, relationships can bring those experiences, but you have to get to a point where you love yourself, to where you respect yourself, where you have boundaries and you know what to let in, and whatever comes your way, it's a lesson, and you know that it's a lesson, you know it's a message. But we're just, we're